Yo, what's up everybody? This is Gresnick back with you for another video. And today, I am so excited for this one because this is Loxton Gresnick. That's not how you pronounce that. Just Loxton. I don't know how to pronounce the second name. I am excited for more Pokemon for the Pacific Northwest. I loved this series when it came out originally. So, I'm very happy that we're getting a new installment. And also, I'm very happy that the game is starting to come out, so I will probably play it, just because I've been super excited for this. Well, let's get into that reaction. I'm really excited for this video, actually.
From the time this project began to now, kids have entered and graduated high school. But
That's
now,
insane.
the first 1 to 2 hours of the Cascade Region fan game, Swirling Seasons, is available to download at the link below.
That's a
And
good
because
name
it's
for
made in
this.
RPG Maker, you don't need to worry about patching a ROM or setting up an emulator. It's standalone. Though PC only,
Thank
it's
God.
been awesome playing it and seeing others do the same. And the more feedback, bug reports, and love given to the game's developers on the Discord server, the better. But in the time between my last Cascade video and the release of this
Go support them, please. I've been wanting to play this game for 2 years now. Please let me play this. I promise I'll bring you content. I just need this game. It's been so long since we've gotten any
demo, there
updates
were
on
some new
this.
additions and changes, which is what this video is all about. During the
Okay.
reveal stream, some of the new things that were shown had people in chat going, "Whoa, what is that? I don't
Oh.
remember that." So I want to talk about them. But
Whoa,
I won't
what
bore
is
you with
that?
lesser changes.
Man,
Things
I
like
love
some
these
moves or
designs
abilities
translated
that
into
conceptualize,
pixel art.
not working
So
out exactly
great.
as written in the videos, are minor points that don't need a whole explainer. But
You
the
did make
newly
those
added
like
Mon and
2 to 3
characters
years
for you,
ago,
and we'll
so I'm not
start
that
with this
surprised.
freaking beast of a Mon. Now, all of the new Mon in this game were adopted from Dark and Windy, who also designed a lot of the original Mon for Cascade already. And this is Stackum, a little rock type who collects additional rocks to balance on top of itself, its surroundings, and even its mate. It's said that the more rocks they can balance, the more they are respected. Balancing rocks in nature like this is nothing new. Humans have been doing it for countless millennia, usually as markers for cairns or paths to villages up ahead, sometimes as spiritual reminders or to honor nature spirits, and sometimes just because somebody was bored. It's especially common in more nature-focused cultures, so the modern-day equivalent are the boho hippie hiking camp-loving types that call the Pacific Northwest home. So it just feels especially fitting.
Alright,
swear
I
every
do
time
like
go
its
hiking
design,
to the
though.
beach, which is not as often as I'd like it to be, but I always see stacks like this. And in this demo, there's an entirely optional beach area that features several of these rocks.
I'm going to play the demo.
Or did people? Probably
That might
both.
be the
But I
video
love
that comes
environmental
out
storytelling like this. What
tomorrow,
I wasn't expecting while
actually.
playing through the demo, though, was just how intense these guys wound up. First off, their unique ability, Rocky Body. Imagine Mimikyu's ability, where it just takes a hit and doesn't get damaged. Only once, but still. Except it also knocks over the rock stack. Rude, he worked hard on that, and now he's just a little guy. But those rocks you knocked over, yeah, now they're on your side of the battlefield as a free stealth rock. Stackum also loves to switch between using
that's really good ability, actually.
And once you think it's just an annoying little defensive guy, it blasts you. Marv is new to the game. One thing I never did in the original video series was give the evil organization, Amazol, admins. I just left it at the CEO and grunts. So,
yeah,
team thought and I agreed with, let's give them
should I rewatch that video? It has been a year or two, so I don't really remember everything. I could rewatch that huge movie story thing that he has. Maybe. I'll think about it.
admins, but we'll call them shareholders. Marv is the only one for now, but there will be others because everybody loves beating up billionaires. This is Mark, CEO of FaceDex. Yes, it's one letter away from Mark, but Amazol being Amazon was already super close and on the nose. But yes, he's also wearing AR goggles, like the Meta Quest, but with screens on the outside.
I love his design, it's really good actually.
Eyes help him emote properly, something that Mark famously struggles a bit with. Marv is tech savvy, but personally quirky, but when you're that rich, you can really be anything you want. And also, which Pokemon characters aren't?
Please don't jump scare me. I wasn't ready.
Norman, Larry, But him not being quirky is his quirk, you know? His team during his introductory boss battle has a new mon too. This is Cerebral, Coral, and Cerebral, which refers to parts of the brain. It's
Brain coral.
This
Wow,
beautiful
brain
hunk of
coral.
thing. While it's found in all oceans, it isn't
Very
exactly
pretty
in
coral.
the Pacific Northwest specifically. But you know what is here? The aptly named false brain coral, which is, as the name suggests, a rock that's commonly thought to be a piece of brain coral, but isn't.
Oh.
This Pokemon. It is not brain coral, it is a Pokemon, and a psychic rock type at that. Given their
Okay,
similar
psychic
lower
rock.
body plan,
Pretty
some
good
say
type,
they
I
may be
think.
related to Stackum, who already tends to live close to the ocean. Perhaps, over millennia, their constant focus on balancing rocks causes them to develop psychic abilities to help them do that even better. Then, over time, it developed further so they could psychically collect and condense rock particles into the brain shape above their heads in perfect, solid balance, eventually leading to this form. This theory remains unproven, however. And here's an important announcement.
Okay.
Say hello to my little bright friend and their daddy. Baby
Yo,
Blue is here
it's Big
thanks to
Piplo.
today's sponsor, Zen Market, who's currently
Oh, it's sponsor time. Thank you, Loxin, for putting little things in your video so I can easily skip that since they're not sponsoring me. Go use their link in the description for them to get money from this because they deserve it. They're great videos.
support.
Ooh, 10%
We all
off
know that
international
Amazol has
shipping.
been experimenting with modifying and creating their own Pokemon for a while now.
Yeah.
And Eradio is another example of that. Literally a living weather balloon who can communicate via radio waves while high up in the upper atmosphere. Aero is a Greek prefix relating to flight and air,
Yeah.
hence also aerodactyl and aeromancy or wind magic. And it makes sense that a region so especially focused on weather anomalies would develop a mon like this one, living as
Yeah,
high in
makes
the
sense.
atmosphere as it can, feeding on aerosol particles, butting heads with Minior, and praying it doesn't run into Rayquaza again. Though I imagine the large membrane that makes up its balloon would get stuck in Rayquaza's teeth. There is a real animal that travels in a similar way, by the way, and you've probably seen them. Spiders!
Yep.
Many species of spiders do what is called
Got
ballooning,
spider
or
season
kiting,
right
where
now.
they use their webbing to make a parachute of sorts and let the wind carry them off some distance. Eradio, with its flying type mastery, is at least kind of able to control its rise and descent a bit. At least better than those poor spiders can, because they
Yeah.
can't. They just go and hope they land somewhere, which is also how most weather balloons function. They just kind of get released. They'll come down somewhere. The
Very
last
similar.
Amazolmon isn't even one that they made on purpose, but rather developed alongside their growth. The normal type box shell literally uses a discarded box for a shell. Boxes aren't exactly the best defense, so they gotta swap the boxes to new ones constantly. Just like
Okay.
hermit crabs with their shells.
I
Box
kinda
shells are
like it,
definitely
it's
treated
cute.
as pesky nuisances, as sometimes they don't even wait to get into an empty box and will instead porch pirate, steal your package at the door before you can get to it. A more and more common practice as time goes on, it seems. There have even been reports of
so
people
they're
picking up their
annoying.
doorstep packages only to find a box shell inside. Kind of like a modern-day treasure chest.
Imagine, like, your Amazol package. Like, just imagine you open your door because your Amazon package in there. You take it inside and you get basically attacked by a mimic. When you try to pick up the package at your front porch and you get a Pokemon encounter. That's fun, actually. I like
Definitely
this
see
guy.
these little kleptos as
Goofy
recurring
little
comic relief
goober.
in anime settings. But if a box shell is able to maintain the same box for long enough, it can evolve into Hermit. Yeah, it's like a literal box turtle hermit now, but with razor-sharp spikes akin to the box cutters. They like to keep to themselves in alleyways and mostly empty warehouses, only coming out to feed on what humans throw away.
He doesn't seem like a
Their
fully
bodies
evolved
have fully
Pokemon now.
integrated into the box now, and thus the box itself is only like an outer layer of skin. It's got a full shell right under it in there, leading to their high defenses. Back out to the wilds of Cascade now. Some fields and forests are filled with
This game is really pretty already.
Sad. I'm sure you've heard the saying, when it rains, it pours, meaning when things are bad, they tend to get worse. Well, in Japan, there's this saying, which has the same meaning. Nakitsura ni hachi, which translates
I could
to
not
a
pronounce
bee
that.
to a crying face. Yeah, if you're already crying because
I like
something
this
terrible
one's
has
design.
happened,
It
and
kind
then
of
a bee attacks your face.
reminds me of
Things have managed to get
Larvitar
you wrong.
almost,
I cannot
for some
imagine
reason.
a single possible situation where a bee attacking your
Blue.
face doesn't somehow make the day worse. Wait, no, I thought of one. Like you're bawling your eyes out because you just saw on the news bees have gone completely extinct, and then one attacks your face. That make your day a bit better. You see a bee, thank
And then
God
it
they're not
dies.
extinct. The news is wrong again. Thankfully, despite the look on Weepollen's face, they aren't always having the worst day of their lives or anything. They're just filled with excess moisture due to their environment. They simply leak it out through their eyes, just like bonsly. Or, oh no, I hope it's not allergies, because they kind of need pollen to live. These English-seeming bug fairy types aren't your typical honeybees.
No, bug fairy.
Instead, they're more akin to bumblebees, loners for the most part, who live all over the Americas, but their color comes from the blue carpenter bee in South Asia.
Wow, that's really pretty
Body
bee.
makes it easy for them to squeeze into small holes in the moisture.
I like this Pokemon. Wonder what it evolves into.
You can hear them sniffling in their sleep. Oh, what was that? Oh, right. Oh, no. Someone just had a run-in with probably the worst Mon. So this is Hurchin, a water-fire-type urchin who hurts a lot because it's also a sea mine. The Pacific Ocean was full of them in World War II after all. So what makes a cute little guy like Hurchin so bad? Well, its speed is 10 for one, adding it to the group tied for second slowest Pokemon.
Great.
The worst bit is actually its unique ability. Anxiety. Yeah, me too, buddy. But at least I haven't blown up yet. This ability triggers whenever Hurchin takes damage, which, considering how slow it is, will always happen first. And when it triggers, it uses the move Explosion.
Oh my god, that's really funny. It's the slowest Mon. You hit it, it blows up. Does it faint from that?
Like, at least even if it's one hit KO'd, the explosion will still trigger. So you could always send one out as like a sweeping tank buster with...
Yeah, it does this is funny. Oh god. This thing's just kind of mean. Cause like, if you put this in competitive, you wouldn't want to hit this because it explodes, which does a lot of damage. I like this guy. He's a goofy little goober.
Funnily is what my
Hurchin
were
is
used
such a
for, so I
great
guess
name.
it's all good. Do you remember the time when those Cascade videos were new? It was also peak avocado toast time. It was the trendy food, and one always associated with hipsters and the whole Pacific Coast. I mean, it's the reason millennials can't afford houses, you know? It's not at all the fact that wages have stagnated while housing rose and we can't save money for a down payment because rent has also skyrocketed. Nope, it's avocados. But
Yeah, don't focus on that.
English speakers referred to the fruit as alligator pear. Some weirdos still do, and thus, while not native to Cascade, avocados, the avocado baby alligator, are popular Mon here. You can wipe off some of their buttery oils to put on toast or fry some eggs with. It's super healthy, and that might sound strange, but like Appleton, you peel off its skin for a tasty snack. Animal eaters eat animals. You do have to be careful with avocado, though. It's grass poison type. The difference between its healthy oils and its toxic sludge is subtle, but hipsters have turned detecting that into an art form. Avocado is then able to evolve into Aliguaca. Yes, an alligator avocado with guacamole slime. It's akin to when crocodiles and alligators look like this because of all the algae, slime, or other tiny plants covering the whole swamp, and thus them too. Aliguaca is very round for an alligator, and that's both to reference the shape of the avocado as well as the fact that avocados are
like
mostly
these
made of
Mon's
healthy
designs.
fats, so fat gator.
If there's one thing I can say about this entire Pokemon region, is they cooked on these designs. They're absolutely amazing. I'm so happy I'm able to watch this video. Hopefully I'm going to be able to play this game. I've been excited for it for 2 years. Happy if I
The oversized alligator bumps along its back are like tortilla chips being dipped in guac.
Yeah, it's funny. I like that.
Though, as an aliguaca, the healthy oils and toxic slimes are too intermingled to safely harvest. And so there was an unfortunate trend of people abandoning their Mon when it evolved. But thankfully, avocado keepers are now more aware of this and keep Everstones to prevent this evolution. This whole relationship is inspired by the all too common outcome of exotic pet keeping, where they get too big or uncontrollable and they either escape on their own or their owners abandon them somewhere.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like crocodiles,
alligators, by the
specifically.
way. A discarded pet. Sad. Ooh, but here's the opposite of sad. Here comes Robin, a third protagonist option? Why yes, more options are always good, especially when there's no outfit changing or anything like that. It also helps the story a bit by giving the professor an assistant that stays at home while you and the delinquent other are out and about. And plus, they give some nice non-binary representation. They're designed
Yeah,
to
I
be
can tell.
androgynous and default to they-them pronouns, but you can actually use any that you want with any protagonist because more options are good. And the praise chat gave this option during the reveal stream was awesome. Fun fact, there are 110 new moves in this game, as well as
That's a lot of
changes to
new
40
moves,
existing
actually.
moves that make them interact more with the Weather G system. Fun fact, while this demo
That does
doesn't
make sense,
focus on
'cause it's
them,
the whole
plan for
Weather
the
G
full
thing.
game is to slowly ramp up how common double battles are throughout the region, to the point where most
Thank you, God. Okay, double battles, in my opinion, are fun. Scarlet and Violet had like 2, I think, without the DLCs. I was so happy when the Indigo Disc DLC was mostly double battles. I was happy about that. It really sucked when the main game had literally almost none. So yeah, that's a really cool thing. More double battles, please.
battles will be double battles by the end. Fun fact! Skinka, the very first
Oh
fake mod
wow!
I ever helped to develop, is in this game.
Blue tongue
Wholly
skink.
redesigned. It's basically reptilian Eevee and covers the types that Eevee isn't cool enough for. Maybe I should do a dedicated video of it now.
Yes,
Fun fact,
please.
programming and sprite work is hard. So like,
Yes.
full respect to the dev team of this game. And while the skeleton of this game is finished, meaning the rest of it shouldn't take as long to complete as this first demo did,
Yes! Yes! The game's almost ready. We'll probably have it in at least 2 years, if we're lucky. Oh my God, I'm so happy about that. I will definitely be playing the demo if I can. I don't know if this computer will allow it, but I will play it whenever the game completely comes out because I've been excited for it. I'm so happy for this video.
it's still in need of plenty of fleshing out. As such, any volunteer work, especially from sprite artists, would be extremely appreciated. Check
I
the
cannot
Discord, link
do
below to
sprites.
apply.
I am terrible.
Fun fact, the introductory battles to the Amazol grunts are very good at characterizing them as burnt-out workers. I know that's
That's
technically an
funny,
onion, but
actually.
that distinction barely matters these days. And I love how the first 2 used all steel types to show that yes, this is a steel type focused organization, but then the double battle is Drifloon and Bonsly, who are not. This is foreshadowing, because remember,
Yeah, because they have the Amazol forms.
Fun fact, Bonsly was somehow mentioned in this video 4 times. Fun fact! This is the end of the video now. Thanks for watching.
No,
The demo's
please give me more. I need more. I need more on this really, really fun game that I can't wait to play. I need the game. Okay. 10 out of 10 video. Very happy about this. Can't wait. Make sure to like and subscribe to Loxton and myself. Oh my God. This was a good video. As always, have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good evening. See y'all next time. Goodbye. I'm gonna download this as soon as I end this video.